Welcome to the Nadia Sahari Show.
Thank you for joining us on the Nadia Sahari Show. We are so excited. Today, I have my friend. We've been friends for lots of years, and he's been my guest several times, and I'm happy to have him.
Thank you.
And I love every single song, and you've written most of them. So let's talk about you. When did this all begin for you?
Oh, well, if you want to go way back, I started writing songs when I was like in third grade. I remember a schoolmate of mine, after school, we'd get together and write songs. Now, third grade, what am I, like 8 years old or 9? I don't know, something like that. So they're just obviously silly songs, listening to the Beatles and the Monkees and stuff. So, but when I was in my teens, I was playing in and out of bands, doing a lot of original music, which was unusual for my town because everybody was doing cover songs. So I had been writing original songs for years and years. So yeah, it's just something I've always been doing.
That is cool. I love it. And you formed a band of your own called Radio Drive. How did that develop? When did this all start for you?
Yeah, so I've formed quite a few bands over the years. Radio Drive was about 10, 12 years ago, I think. Just started, putting some ads out and stuff and got some guys together. We had some good momentum. The band, of course, broke up. It's hard to keep guys together, with the same focus and vision. So I kept the name Radio Drive, and I've been putting out albums just myself under the name Radio Drive with the intention of putting a band back together, which I have on occasions throughout the years. Yeah. So Radio Drive is like a vehicle for the music. And then whoever wants to jump on board at whatever time, like 5 years ago, I had a band. We were playing a ton of clubs. We were actually even the top finalists for the Hard Rock Cafe Battle of the Bands here for our region. So we played the Mall of America Battle of the Bands at the Hard Rock Cafe. It was really fun. And earlier this year, we got back together. Most of the guys started playing some clubs, but then, bam, everything stopped with the coronavirus. So
let's segue into that coronavirus.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many rumors, and
I know.
But just in case, I wear the mask and the gloves wherever I go, and I see a lot of people that don't, but that's their business. And I just am a cautious person. But over 40 years ago, I was always checking everything for dirt and bacteria.
Yeah.
Go to restaurants, I would check things all the time. In the airplane, I always clean my seats with Lysol wipes and my arms and my trays. Oh, yeah. And I was the only one that did it. I was the only one.
Wow. And you were way ahead of the curve.
Yes. And I did it years and years and years ago. And whether it was my husband or a boyfriend, they always thought I was weird. But look,
everybody's doing it now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you have to now. And so I was way ahead of everybody. It's unbelievable how many things I've done ahead of time that people are now catching up to what I've done. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Good for you. Yeah.
I should have trademarked it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The millionaire.
So talk about your songs. You have 2 new songs, Borders and Footsteps. Tell us about those.
Yep.
Let's start with Borders first.
Okay, sure. Well, actually, these songs I did release about 8-10 years ago, roughly. But I have the idea of putting out an EP of 6 songs, my most successful singles. And these 2 songs have been very successful over the years. Footsteps and Borders, as you mentioned. So I redid them here at my home studio. And I worked with the drummer over in Italy to do the drum parts, an amazing guy down in Texas to do the mix and mastering. So those have just gotten finished. As we speak, they are currently unreleased. We do plan to release in July. So, so I redid Borders, just kind of bringing it up to date. I've always had so many ideas I wanted to work into that song. And then same with Footsteps, that one too, each either of these songs on that album, either winning awards or nominations, topping indie charts or whatnot. Footsteps was actually submitted for Grammy consideration.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a music attorney out in, yeah, thank you.
A lot of your music has been, right? Haven't you had like 6 big hits?
That was the only one for Grammy consideration. A music attorney out in New York did that. He loved the song. But yeah, a lot of my songs, I'm thankful to say, have won awards and nominations, topped the charts. Sweet Thing, which you remember last year when we talked, I just released that. Oh, thank you. That one actually kind of had a second wind, and for about, I don't know, 6 weeks maybe, it was number 1 on this European indie chart. Oh, thank you. And a couple of my other songs have won awards and nominations. The ISSA, International Singer-Songwriter Association, nominations for my latest album, In the Light, Moving On, one of the singles from there, for like best single. The World Songwriter Association, WSA, honored me with top finalist for best rock song for Moving On. Then, of course, Taste of Heaven has won a lot of awards and nominations.
Yes.
Thank you. The Hollywood Music Awards, Academy Awards, and, of course, World Songwriter Awards, just to name a few. So that one has really seen a lot, and I'm so thrilled on that one, too, especially.
You also had one that was on a movie track, weren't you? A soundtrack? Didn't you have something like that?
Yeah, some of my music has been used in movies. Well, not movies, I shouldn't say, but documentaries and TV shows. Wicked Tuna is one that I've got some music on. There's, what is it called? Something about old log homes or something like that on the... Was it the History Channel or Nature? I kind of lost track. I'm so sorry, but
I know that's okay. It was a long time ago.
And then some documentaries as well, which is quite nice. And actually, I've got some music in an infomercial that's being aired. Now, don't laugh. The infomercial is called Better Bladders. I laugh, but hey, when I get those royalty checks, I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Yes, that's right. God bless you. That's great.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we're going to play just a tidbit of Borders for the audience.
Cool. Okay.
And we'll be right back, so don't go away.
Excellent. It's not too late. Looking for a new land on the other side. Close your eyes, get ready, ready for a ride. Time to understand, time to realize. Thoughts can set you free. They can paralyze. Nothing is impossible to those who believe. Open up your eyes now. It's time to receive. Beyond the borders, only you define.
Oh, wow. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that. Yeah. So what was your influence to write Borders?
Let's see. Now that one there, it's kind of like just thinking outside of the box. Because the lyrics basically, using your imagination to think creatively. If you're stuck in a rut, for example, there's so many ways to get out of that. You know, you just, you know, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results.
Yeah.
So start using your imagination. Think creatively beyond the borders of our mind. So often confines us.
Yes. We have to change our minds to change our lives. You have to rethink things. You have to change the patterns, because no matter even from childhood, your patterns are repeated and repeated through the years. I've learned so much about the brain. I've been reading about the brain in the last few months, and wow, it's incredible. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't know if you know this author, Carolyn Leaf. She's written some amazing books about the brain. I kind of get lost in a lot of the big words, but you know, the elasticity of the synapses and this and that, you know, how your brain kind of gets in a rut thinking a certain way.
Yes.
And you can retrain yourself to think differently.
Yes.
You know, like if you're always like a negative person, pessimistic and stuff.
Yes.
Angry
issues. You have a pattern of anger.
Yes, all of that.
Yes, it's an automatic shootout. Yes, that's right.
New perspectives.
Yes.
New perspectives. Yeah.
Yes, amazing. I've been changing my thought patterns, boy. I'll tell you, it really
me too,
works.
Always.
Yes,
well,
works.
You know, speaking of, you know, I mean, getting back to COVID, it's like I think the entire world is rethinking so many things. I keep hearing that new term, the new norm.
Yes.
You know, waiting for things to get back to normal. Well, I don't think it'll ever be back to normal, but it's going to be a new normal.
Yes.
So it's like, well, let's use this time to change our minds to a new normal.
Yes.
You know?
And a lot of things are really better than what they were before COVID, because they're just new ventures, new ideas.
Yeah.
And more creative, like you. You're on Facebook now live and you're performing. Tell us about that.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So what with all the clubs closed, I wanted to stay connected and fresh with my music. I mean, I just gotten my band guys back together again. We're starting to play the clubs, and all of a sudden, boom. So I was on a roll. So I had some house concerts that I recorded, streamed live on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
I did record some more and uploaded to YouTube. So Radio Drive Music on YouTube, you can watch some house concerts that I did there. Plus, I'm pleased to say I'm thrilled this indie TV station out of Paris, TZIK Independent Music Channel, aired one of my house concerts, you know, about a 30-minute. So they had it on their channel, which is available on, you can get it, download the app for Apple TV and Roku, Amazon Fire TV, so it's available.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's been fun. So like you said, you know, it's like, well, if one door closes, you know, there's opportunities somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes they're better. Yeah. Well, okay, wait. Now you have footsteps. I got to play a snippet of footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So we'll be right back. So don't go away.
Call after midnight, I'm on my way. I heard it in your voice.
was amazing. Footsteps.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, goodness.
Thank
Okay, now I have to ask, what
Yep.
was the incentive to create this song?
So that one there, it's not quite as deep as the other one. It's just kind of a song about love at a distance, a long distance relationship, the girl calls the guy, and it's just really hard to be away. The guy gets in his car and just makes this overnight trip to get to her house come the morning. It's really about that,
Because he loves her.
Yes.
Because he loves her. Otherwise, he won't show up.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like that knight in shining armor showing up, regardless of the distance, he'll drive those weary miles to get there.
I've been there.
Yeah. Well, my wife and I had a long distance relationship for a while. We met out in New York City. And then about a year later, I had to come home back to Minnesota for about 6 months, kind of a long story, side story. But, back then we had that long distance relationship. And so maybe that song was somewhere deep in the depths that came out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are amazing. And I know you have a great family. You're a great human being. And you're a wonderful man. And you're talented. And every time I talk to you, you're such a gentleman. You're such a great human being. I am so honored to have you as a friend. I really mean that from my heart.
Oh, really that means so much to me. Thank you, Nadia. You're so kind. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And is there anything you'd like to say that I may have forgotten to ask or I didn't think of asking?
Well, another thing I've been doing while squirreled away in the social distancing is some music videos. I happen to have a friend of mine film the concert that we did back in January at this local club before everything shut down. And he provided me some music clips from that. I got some additional footage, and I've been putting together some music videos. I just released one called Run a few weeks ago, so that also is available on YouTube. Another music video in the works for Moving On, which I'll plan to release here in a couple weeks. So busy with music videos, basically anything I can do just from home here,
Yes, so, that's great. Hey, listen, this COVID was good for me too, because I play the ukulele, I paint, I draw, I read books, I'm doing Udemy courses, and I'm writing songs. I'm doing different things. I like doing different things,
Oh, I didn't know you played ukulele. Cool.
Well, I'm not really good. I'm learning.
I got a friend of mine. A friend of mine, Tommy Anderson. I think he's in Arizona or New Mexico. He's brilliant on the ukulele. He loves the Beatles, so he's always doing Beatles songs on the ukulele. He teaches classes. He's put out a lot of music. So I'll have to send you his Facebook so you can listen to his ukulele playing. That'd be inspired.
That'd be great. I play the drums too.
Oh, nice. I've actually got a ukulele.
I'm really good with the drums. Really good.
Oh, okay. I actually have a ukulele hanging up, but it's my son's, and I'm kind of keeping it here. I haven't played it, but
play it. It's fun. I have a Fender ukulele. My partner bought for me years ago. I love that little thing. It's so cute. The strings broke, and I have to restring. So I bought strings, but I haven't tried to restring. So that's my next. I've been working hard. I'm telling you, you should see. Well, I'm a bionic woman. I've done a lot of stuff around here.
Oh, nice. Good.
Well, you've been amazing and wonderful, and I thank you so much for joining me today and for being on my show. And
it's been a pleasure.
You are incredible. And
thank you.
I especially was touched by Footsteps because of the long distance relationship. It really meant a lot to me. And
thank you. I'm so glad.
It'll probably touch a lot of people who are going through that and who love each other. So,
especially now, I guess I didn't even think of it. The relevance now with COVID, people staying apart, and not traveling, I mean, it's just, I just saw my mom this last weekend. It had been months, So it just occurred to me. So I love it when songs take on that deeper level that I didn't even plan on.
Yes, that's right. And it'll probably be deeper than you ever imagined. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you.
Thank you for having me. Bless you.
And we'll talk real soon.
Sounds good, Nadia. Bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in with Nadia and her guests. For more info, episodes, and connection, please visit our website, thenadiasaharishow.com. Share episodes with your friends. Follow us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Instagram, and most importantly, never give up. Live your dream.